Hello fam, welcome back to our channel. Some years back, the whites came down to Alaba International Market to understudy the Igbo Apprenticeship system of empowerment. Very unique, very broad, very multifaceted. Well, Aisha has taken her time to look through the Igbo apprenticeship system, and she has very strong terms to say about it. And she, gave her own opinion. She gave her own opinion and also made some stringent points where she believes that a lot of resentment, in fact, so many things she said. But Reno also came up as well and countered some of her points. But we'll also look through it all and see what is the true picture and what's your stand on their views. It's quite an interesting one, really. And if you ask me, when it comes to things like this, there's what we call exclusive right. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Well, the Nigerian activist Aisha has stirred up a debate after sharing her opinion about the Igbo apprenticeship system, which have contributed to why so many Igbos are being resented all over. It is given that the age-long Igbo apprenticeship, that's the system, has produced a lot of multinationals and multi-millionaires of Igbo extractions to the wonder of many from other tribes. The Igbo apprenticeship system allows a businessman, take a young person, to learn about his business and eventually get settled, giving startup capital after an agreed period of time, which usually lasts between 5 to 7 years. During this service period, the younger person, that's the servant, serves the businessman, which is the master, while learning the business. The Igbos have used the system to build themselves and relatives into renowned businessmen and women, even where apprentices have little or no formal education at all. Well, one of the people said that the Igbos apprenticeship system is the only MBA class in the world that teaches the real intricacies of running a business, the practical application of S-W-O-T, so SWOT, and pestle analysis. And when you graduate, they will give you seed capital to start the business, a system that works. In replying, the follower, that's the fan, Aisha pointed out that the Igbo apprenticeship is an amazing system and the reason Igbos are great in business. However, she went on to say that everything has its advantage and disadvantage, and that same system has also portrayed Igbos as clannish, that they are very clannish people who only employ their own people and never assimilate. And I went further to say that opening up a debate, and she went on to state that the apprenticeship system have contributed to Igbos being resented the same way the Jews are resented. She went on, "These are my opinions and thoughts over the years, and I might be completely wrong, but this is how I see it. There is a need to take a deliberate look at the Igbo apprenticeship system and begin to look at the ways of inclusion. It can start with 5% inclusion of others. When you always go to your village to bring those that will work for you, how do you expect the people where you are to feel? Just like the Jews, Igbos are resented, and I have always wondered why. Is it because they are successful and can achieve anything from nothing? Is it the resilience? I concluded it is because it seems no matter how long they stay with you or you with them, you are never one in business. A situation where, as a business person, you only employ your people via the apprenticeship model, and no matter how long you stay in a place, you never employ the indigenes there except to load and offload. There will be resentment, more if it is not one-off experience but the norm. The Jews too have that trait. Family businesses helping each other grow in business and capacity to gang up. That's if na one naira everybody go sell. On business issues on common traits shared by both Igbos and Jews. The others feel like outsiders, not allowed to share in the goodness. Systems are to be looked at and upgraded from time to time. It is also important to look at how things are perceived by others. You don't have to change, but just know this is how this action is seen by others. In all the riots I witnessed as a child, I always see it more economical than religion. Host communities usually think it is the others that kept them impoverished. They feel those monies would have been theirs if these people weren't there. People don't blame their lazy selves. Wow. But let's hear what Reno Omokri said. We're going to feel the pulse of other Nigerians as well over this very strong statement. But let's hear what Reno said concerning what Aisha Yesufu said about the Igbo apprenticeship model, that system. He said, don't fault the Igbo apprentices system or program because they don't take non-Igbo apprentice. Herdsmen are basically 100% of one tribe. No one resents them for that. It is called Igbo Apprenticeship Program for a reason. If you like it, replicate yours. Don't resent them. Let us not take issues to the extreme. The Igbo Apprentice Program is a cultural practice predating Nigeria, like Yoruba minstrels and juju or Fuji music, or Northerners and brew the change or suya. Would you eat at the Chinese restaurant operated by non-Chinese? Not everything is tribalism. Not everything is tribalism. Now, see the angle Reno said. Now, everything, sometimes there's some things we call cultural norm. And I must say, I would agree 100% with Reno Omokri. Go to Suya Mesuya and see if you see one Igbo man selling suya. If you go there, it's as if it's straightly enough. They make the suya, and if sometimes if you eat suya, you have not eaten northern suya, it's as if you're eating nonsense. And that's the same thing about Chinese restaurant. You go to Chinese restaurant. I don't think I've ever been to any Chinese restaurant where I get to see non-Chinese. Maybe they come there as an appendage, but mostly owned by the Chinese. At least a Chinese cook, chef will be there. The same thing with herdsmen. Let's be real. Fulani herdsmen. It's called Fulani herdsmen for a reason. There are no. When you say Fulani herdsmen have come to, have you ever said Igbo herdsmen have come to? Yes. If you like it, replicate it. It's simple logic. Understudied like what the whites came. They came to Alaba, understudied the Igbo apprenticeship model. They call it Igbo apprenticeship model for a reason. It is synonymous with the Igbos. You like it, replicate it. Now, imagine someone. Let's see what Nigerians are saying. Let's hear what Nigerians are saying concerning this matter. Because it's really very interesting. This one here is saying, Biko, any tribe that wants to do apprenticeship with us should write a long application letter and submit to the nearest 2x2 shop closest to him. It will be deliberated upon in the next Umunna meeting. As in, go tell your neighbors. People are laughing out loud over that. I guess he's just trying to make a light word over it. This one here is saying, how is it a crime if I focus my primary attention to self-development and that of my kinsmen? You despise me and still want me to carry you along by showing you how I make a living out of what I do, be it legal or illegal? No, that can't be possible. Igbos have got an ideology. The wrong with brother is always brother. Yes, disagreement may ensue between them time to time, but that ideology still remains with an average Igbo man. The issue of Igbo apprenticeship system is what that region has used to pick up themselves from the ruin the government made in that region during the massacre and total drawdown of human capital and development in that region during the unholy civil war, which they call it. They have come together unconsciously and have developed themselves in trades which they know how to do best. How else would you want me to bring in a total tribe man who doesn't or maybe share in my ideology about life and how I perceive things from home to run a business in apprenticeship successfully? That's a daunting task, which even other tribes would not condole with if they happen to be in Igbo man's shoe. The Igbo only have themselves to look out for themselves, and that's exactly what they have been doing. And I pray they continue doing. And about coming to a society and dominating it, I beg, see me see problem. Oh, should not them tell the host community not to see possibility before they arrive? That isn't a point. All right, but I feel that technically speaking, the Igbos do not it is for example xenophobia that takes place in South Africa. If the Igbo man teaches, or this is my personal view now, if the Igbo man teaches another tribe the secrets and the intricacies of that business, there's just this general fear that it's just a matter of time. They may want to throw the Igbo man out of that business, and at the end of the day, make laws, indigenous laws that will never favor the Igbo man. At the end of the day, impoverish them. So what they know as their secret to success in business, they keep it within the tribe. Okay, so that whether you like it or not, if you throw them out, make indigenous laws against them, if they leave, technically speaking, that particular sector may crumble. Like take for instance, when it comes to spare parts, when you go to a pay worker, it is them. When it comes to Alaba, it is them. If they leave Alaba today, I don't know, it may take probably succession, from time to time before, there will be a business model that will grow up to that level. But I tell you, they have grasped the market. They know how to go about it. I feel that it's their own way of, staying fit. Just like the respondent said, this is their own way of developing themselves and their region. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation. What's your take on what Aisha and